All right, welcome back. Well, Senator Yemi Adaramodu joins us. He is the Chairman, Senate Committee on Media, also Chairman, Senate Committee on Youth and Sports. Good morning. Thank you for coming on this morning, Senator.
Oh, good morning, my dear brother, and good morning, Nigeria.
Yeah, we're seeing your statement, even that of the House of Reps, over that allegation by NLC of 100 million naira to senators or palliatives, where you did say it was ridiculous. That's not true. But is that to say there's no smoke without fire?
Well, there is even no smoke. There is even no fire. Maybe some people just want to breathe very artificial smoke. You know, nowadays we have AI, artificial intelligence on everything. So it's an artificial smoke. There's none like that. Like we said, you know, we are even sending SOS to Nigerians to please save us from all these careless talks, careless allegations, serious allegations, basic pursuits that Nigerians should save us, to save the National Assembly. Because when there is any discourse anywhere, some people will just contrive it and just center it on the National Assembly. The other time when the CSOs and even some labor operatives, when they wanted to show, maybe to tell government about their feelings about fuel subsidy removal, the first point of call is the National Assembly. Yes, we welcome it. It's very good. But immediately they got there, they started pulling down the gates, the fences of National Assembly, which were put there even with taxpayers' money. Should it even get to that level? The other time, we're just after resumption, and the executive brought a supplementary budget that to cushion the effect of the removal of the fuel subsidy on Nigerian citizens. And we did that. We passed that appropriation. Immediately it was done. The first thing that these critics took up on was about 70 billion naira to National Assembly. We came on board. We expressed talk. We told Nigerians what this was for. That it was not even new in the budget, and that members of the National Assembly have been buying their furniture, have been buying everything that can make even another office to get little convenience, that National Assembly members have been buying them, putting them there. So they didn't want to hear anything about that one. After when that dust was settling, they now came up with another palliative issue. Palliative over what? Palliative what? Palliative for who? 100 million naira? Where would that one come from? From which account? From which budget? From which appropriation? How? Who is paying it? Where? In fact, it came to a point that I started even asking questions for myself, that maybe those people who are just these apostles knew where they are collecting it.
So that didn't you receive any prayer in your email?
You said?
You didn't receive any prayer in your email?
Look, which prayer? Palliative prayer?
The prayer that the Senate President sent.
No, that one is, you know, my brother, Shivalin, you know, at times we trivialize issues. Number one is that when we do anything behind the scene, the media especially, and some sector of the public, they will say we are juggling the cards under the table. When the thing is placed on the table, and then everybody is seeing everything.
Was that one actually meant to be behind the scenes?
No, it was not. It was not meant to be behind the scenes. Number one is that this is every year, even level 1 officer in any ministry, department or agency of government, we go on leave, and they are entitled to an annual leave bonus. Teachers are entitled to annual leave bonus. Even in private sector, I worked in the private sector before. I was entitled to an annual leave bonus, and it's a percentage of my salary. At times it can be over the gross, at times it can be over the net. Then whenever you go, maybe it is 30 days, 28 days per annum, you are entitled to it, and you are giving. So legislators too, they are entitled to an annual leave. So and then when you go on annual leave, then yes.
Was this the annual leave?
Yes, it was.
What was sent to your email was your leave bonus?
That was it.
Okay.
And it was near just about 1 million or 2 million. It was just about that.
Just about.
Yes. And everybody just went to town that they have distributed 200 million naira each. In fact, there are so many homes that face a lot of domestic violence over it from legislators. Yes, because their wives, even in my own family, in my own home, they ask that, we learned that they have sent jumbo money for your annual leave. I said, which Dumbo money? Until I showed the alert. So many legislators, senators had to put their the sum they received as annual leave bonus just online for people to see.
Did you come with the alert for us to see?
Yes, if you want to see, I will put.
Let's hold on.
I will.
But you said something earlier about the way Nigerians and the citizens come at the legislature anytime there is any situation. What do you expect, seeing that the legislators are supposed to be representing them? They are the closest people.
No, it is not the citizens. It's not the citizens that are combating legislators like that.
Really?
It's a sector of people. Number one is that everybody has motives for even combating whatever sector, whatever arm of government they want to combat. It is a crafted motive. You know, even those people that are supposed to know, those people that are enlightened enough. For example, how can the secretary of NMC just go to town and say that?
Is that the sector you're talking about?
No, it's part of the sector now.
Which other sector is that?
They have just added themselves to it now.
To which one?
To the sector that we craft a kind of motive.
Which sector is the senator?
Which sector? It's not a particular sector like that, because you know, you choose what you want to believe, and you choose what you want to say, and you choose what you want to push out to the public domain for people to form an opinion, erroneous opinion for that matter. And another thing is that, like I said, you know, many people play politics with whatever they have, and you will not even know the motive behind it until you are seeing the result. And this one is in order to make sure, to ensure that they pitch the legislators against the public. And then when they do that one, invariably they will be destroying government. And then invariably they will have political motive behind that kind of crafted motive. So that is the problem. Because I cannot just imagine somebody without any fact just go to town because he's carried away. Maybe he was making some speech and some people were clapping, and so because of that, he was just carried away and started saying that legislators are sharing 100 billion naira. 100 billion naira. And then she added the 100 million naira palliative. In Ghana must go, or Kutonu must go back, or wherever must go back. Is it posted into their bank accounts? These are things that can even be found out by Nigerians. Whether anything, 1 naira even, is given to any National Assembly member as palliative. What palliative for what? We are the ones that are giving palliatives to our constituents, because we just have to. It's very compulsory. It is very necessary. If I get home now, yes, my house will be like a marketplace. And when it is like a marketplace, you know what it means. So it is we that, because we are closer to the people, we are accessible. And I've always been saying it for the often time, that in the National Assembly, when I was not in the National Assembly, though I was one of those people, erroneously, who believed that these people are just carrying away money with baskets, with bags, and so on.
You in that sector?
But when yes, because some people made me to believe so. Some people who did not, who deliberately wanted to combat truth, made me to believe so. And when I came inside, I now found out that these are just chameleon faces. They are very, very imaginative. They are optical illusions. They are tantalizing mirages. I now knew that. And now getting there, I said, even the last time I was here, I said, look, in the National Assembly, even the media is not helping matters. In the National Assembly, we have journalists there. We have journalists that plug the National Assembly daily. And we know that whenever a new term, a new session of the Assembly is being inaugurated, National Assembly members, legislators, House of Representatives, and Senate, they bring in their television sets, their tables, their chairs, even with the blinds. They bring. And now when they bring, and they have their receipt. So whenever they are exiting, after 4 years, they have the right of going away with what they have brought for their own convenience. So when they are now going, media will just start reporting, oh, they have looted the National Assembly. They have looted the National Assembly. Now for the first time, we now want to make a redress and say, okay, let us make sure that we have a budget for these things. Put these things in place, then make everybody responsible for whatever is brought and kept in your office. We said so. Then the critics came to town. They said, oh, they wanted to steal money. And then, and I said, 3 tiers of government, the legislature, the executive, and the judiciary. In the budget, there are provisions for the 3. It's only the National Assembly, the legislation, that there will be holes to be picked. Now, after that one, okay, for now, we are 3 months old. He decided now. Has there been any effort even to put a chair or a television set in any office? Are you now telling me that for the past 3.5 months, I have just sat down in my office, sitting down on the bare floor, now watching the walls, looking at the walls, staring at the walls in my office without a television set? Do you expect me to go to the toilet and put my mouth at the tap and be drinking water without a refrigerator or a water dispenser? So now, when I now bring it in, I will now say, look, let us put a stop at this. Let's put a stop at this. Anybody that is coming to the National Assembly now today, go around, look at even the walls, very dirty. Look at the rails; they have all fallen off.
Is that why is that what the 70 billion is going to be for?
Yes, it was explained expressly, elaborately. After that one,
but I thought the message was for new members to.
What is a new member? Who is a new member?
To help
everybody is new in every assembly term, because next assembly has gone. Even if you are coming back the 6th time, you are new to the 10th assembly. So 360 members of the House of Representatives are new. 109 members in the Senate.
So what you're saying is that even those who are returning the legislators, they have to be given new furniture. That's what you're saying.
No, not new furniture. It's the offices that are going to be furnished.
That's what you're saying.
No. They are not supposed to.
They are not supposed to.
They are not supposed to. What is there is that it is what you meet there, you have to use.
Okay, so when you are a returning senator.
Yes, I am.
So did you meet any? Did you have
in my office?
Yes.
Room 323.
So nothing
I didn't meet anything. If you come there and you look at the type of furniture that is there, you will know that it is not the same with when you go to each office. You find out that there are differences.
But that's not
the only thing there. The only similarity is that if it is in the Senate, you make it red. If it is in the reps, you make it green. That's the only similarity.
So let's
when you look at center table, it's different.
Let's clarify.
When you look at window blind, it's different. In every office, just go to the office.
Senator Adamola, let's clarify. Adaramodu, sorry. The furnishing of every office,
yes,
is the mandate of who?
It's the mandate of the bureaucracy of the National Assembly.
Thank you.
National budget.
Okay.
That we are.
So it is not the legislator who.
No.
So how is it then that you're telling me that every time the senator or a House of Representatives is leaving, he or she cuts away furniture?
He cannot.
So how you're not telling me that you're
no. What I said was this: if the next assembly I was in the House of Representatives, I was allocated room 129. When I got to room 129, I got there was no fridge, there was no television.
Somebody took it away.
No. Because it's the same thing. Because look, let me tell you something. You have your homes. I have mine. How many years will it take you to change television sets, or even a chair, or even a table? Now, this edifice we call the National Assembly complex had been built almost 3 decades ago. Now, those chairs that were put there then, are you telling me that they are still useful now? Television sets that was put,
but you didn't even see them at all.
There's no way you can see them. Do you know why you cannot see a television set that was passed to you from first assembly, second and third assembly?
Why?
1999.
We are here.
Now, what we are saying is this. What I'm saying is this. Initially, there could have been provisions. Initially, but there have never been a kind of attempt at ensuring that those things are upgraded. And year in, year out, not that they will not even bring some other things. For example, in the Senate, you have 4 offices, and only 1 television set is brought at the end of the day. Then the other offices, what happens? There is a common office that when you have your constituents coming, and whoever coming, he or she sits down there. You have your office. Then they have other offices, which the National Assembly Service Commission is even paying their salaries, LAs, SLAs, and so on and so forth. Now we have all those offices. Now when you now have only 1 television set, let us say they are giving, and that will be the only one that will be given. So are you now telling me that the other 3 offices, even if it is 2 offices, out of the rest 3, Are you not going to put television set there? And when you put television set there, when you are leaving, are you not supposed to go away with what you have brought and you have receipt for?
And so what about the ones that don't have receipts?
If you don't have receipt,
members,
if you don't have receipt, no,
that
you cannot.
See
you cannot.
What you're supposed to do there.
If you are going at the gate, even at the complex, and you don't have receipt that this belongs to you, there's no way you can take it out. It is not possible. You can't take it out. But if, for goodness sake, if I have brought a refrigerator to an office and I have my receipt, well receipted for,
so
there's no.
Does that mean now that 70 billion has been shared now to members for this purpose?
No, it's not so. They can never.
I thought you said it's
no cover.
Every member is
No. Bureaucracy is the one that is supposed to purchase and put.
He didn't say for bureaucracy. He said
no.
to support new members.
I said there's nothing like that. There is nothing like that. No member will be given even one kobo
from this 70 billion.
No, no member will be given one kobo.
What would they get from it? How would they get?
Nothing.
No, how would
the only thing they can get from it is just the service from the bureaucracy, and that's all. And that the service is that you keep it, put tables where tables are needed, put chairs, put this and put that. That's all. Let the place function well. Let the place function well. That's all. And the fact, even in defense of the bureaucracy, no kobo has even been given to them. In defense of the bureaucracy that we are talking about, no kobo. And again, when you talk about National Assembly complex, it's not even only legislators that are there. We have over 10,000 workers who are Nigerians that are there, and they have offices. When they say
are they part of the 70 billion?
It's part of the offices. It's part of the offices, and everything needed there is part of the offices. Part of the offices. And the fact when you say budget, do you even do budget 100%? Is it even possible in Nigeria?
Can I just come
aside.
in here?
That is aside. That's aside.
Can I just come?
That is aside.
In
the
2017.
Offices, sorry. In the offices, we have committees. In the House of Representatives, we are having about 130 committees. In the Senate, we are having about 78 committees. These committees are supposed to do oversight functions. Then only the senators are political in the committees. The rest, membership of those committees are bureaucrats, technocrats, civil servants, Nigerians, who are Nigerians. Now, these people, they have offices too. And now, in those committees, you want them to perform some roles. And may it interest you, my brother, that when you want to do oversight, you don't have oversight allowances. That government is paying to you to do oversight.
Who pays for it?
Legislators will find the ways.
MDAs.
Yeah, which MDAs? Okay, you want to investigate somebody. You say maybe there's various activities.
MDAs they support National Assembly members.
Well, I don't know anything about that one because I've never seen that one. That is not official. That's not official. I've never seen that. I've never heard about that one. The thing is this: I want to investigate an MDA. I said maybe there are nefarious activities there. I want to investigate them. Does it make any sense for me to call them to assist me?
But it does happen.
No. It cannot happen. Because that one is antithetical to common sense.
Well,
it doesn't happen.
It cannot happen. It cannot. Because it is antithetical.
Are we saying we're immediately forgetting the Honorable Hembe matter so fast? Well, this is part of this. That was part of it. Was a miss.
That one. I'm not privy to that. But there's one thing that.
No, you were in the house at the time, weren't you?
No, there's one thing I want you to realize, my brother. One, Nigerians want you to perform oversight functions over MDAs. Now there's a problem in an MDA. You now put your fingers there and start asking questions. Now elements who are now committing maybe whatever there. Now we just go to town and say, oh, because the legislators have demanded that we should do this for them, we didn't do it, that's why they are annoyed. In recent time, not even long ago, just this 10th assembly, I learned that there was even a probe or a kind of inquiry in one of the MDAs, not a ministry, it's just like an agency of government. So it's about recruitment. At the end of the day, there was a backlash that yes, the legislators are asking for allocation of personnel to be employed. And that's why they are very annoyed with us. And then some people, a sector of the public, will believe that story. They will not believe the story of the legislators. Then, if you don't be careful, that will be the end of it. If you don't be careful, that will be the end of it.
Senator Damola, I need to come in here. I mean, you talked about, I'll take you back again to the matter of this furnishing. Talk about every budget. I'm looking at the 2017 budget here. Every time, every budget has a breakdown of furniture for the offices of the legislators. 2017, it's there. 2019, it's there. And now, those are the two I've looked at here. And you're telling me that the furniture, what you implied there was that the furniture that's been there is what has been there since. And when you came, you didn't see anything. That means it needed to be changed. But it looks like every other year or every other time of budget cycle, new furniture is purchased. Or we did now every 4 years that the furniture.
Now, when you are talking about furniture is not one item. Even computer pieces are furniture. Furniture is not one item. One is that you won't tell me that even that 2017 that you are talking about, even if there was television sets were budgeted for, then are you saying that 2017 to now, which is about 8-9 years ago? So are you telling me that
No, I think it's every year.
I said no.
Every cycle.
Like I told you that not that they won't bring anything at the end of the day. For example, when I was in the reps, before I could be blessed with one television set, I was already 7-8 months old as a member of House of Representatives. Now, are you telling me that for that 8 months, almost a year, I'll just be staring at the wall without getting something on my wall like television set to watch?
Some will argue that you came there to work, not to watch television.
Not okay, you bring me to television set. How do you want us to know that I'm on television set? If you don't price it, if you don't price television at homes and in offices, why are you operating television stations? Are you telling me that if I come to an office after being in the office from morning till night, I'm not entitled to drink water?
No, yeah.
So I go to the tap to drink water. Are you telling me that those people that are even working with me, who are even civil servants, they are not even entitled to little convenience? Are you telling me that? So then must I not provide for those things? So they have, because the National Assembly has not provided for them?
Are you really going to sue the NLC person who made that statement?
We don't take that one as a statement from the NLC.
Oh, so it's the individual.
We take it with belief that it's an individual, because at times, political, the quasi-politicians are politicians. Some of them, when they hold the microphone and they start talking, they carry the way, especially when the audience is clapping for them, and then they just go overboard and make some statements. I think it is an error of commission, not an error of omission. It's an error of commission. So we have taken it to be like that, and then we want to appeal to critical stakeholders in Nigeria. Because when we talk about Nigerian projects, it is not about government or those people in government. It's not about those people that are operating the three arms of government alone. Nigerians themselves, especially those who are supposed to be apostles of conscience and consciousness in Nigeria, especially that my secretary, that whatever you say, whatever you do, means a lot. And I've always been saying it that followership at times will determine the kind of leadership we have. So when you just sit down and just put lies, falsehood, absolute untruth, when you peel them together, you put them in a pot, you cook them very well, and start serving on suspected public, then definitely it means that that kind of person is not looking for a nation. So we must look for a nation of Nigeria. And I've even said it. Look, the issue in Nigeria should not center on the National Assembly. But I understand Nigerians, because we are representing them.
When you hear that now getting 70 billion to support new members, they will ask questions.
Yes, definitely they are supposed to. Even myself, I started asking questions. If not If not for the mere fact that I'm the spokesperson.
I think you're going to ask those questions after this break.
If not for the mere fact that I'm the spokesperson of the Senate, I'll be asking questions. That where is this 100 million naira? Where are they distributing it?
Don't worry, we'll get a lot more from this, but we'll come back in just a moment. Don't go away. Welcome back to Sunrise Daily, where we've got Senator Yemi Adaramodu, who explained that 100 million naira to each member of the National Assembly, he says it's not the case. And then the 70 billion, you say, is going to the National Assembly bureaucracy. They will be the ones to distribute it to every member. But at the moment,
not to every member.
To who?
To do their own procurement of furniture and whatever they want to do, renovation and so on and so forth.
So at the moment, you're saying nothing comes to any member?
No, nothing, no kobo. No kobo. If there is any trace of it, it's any member of the public, especially the media, to please find out everywhere. And then to our own honor, especially my own vote of office.
So is this different
as senator?
Is this different from the budget of the National Assembly?
No, it's the budget of the National Assembly.
This?
Yes.
Is this 70 billion?
The 70 billion. Go and trace it.
That's not what the...
Look, what we are saying is this. Look, when you say supplementary budget, it means that there had been a vacuum. It means that this had not been budgeted for. That's the meaning of supplementary. Look at the 500 billion naira that was budgeted for palliatives. It means that it has never been budgeted for before. Look at the other 35 billion naira for judiciary. It means that it had never been budgeted before. And then even the executive arm in the supplementary budget, it was not only the palliative thing.
So this was wrongly phrased from the presidency then?
Wrongly phrased?
Because the narrative for this 70 billion was to support new members. But you are saying
no,
it's the budget.
Look at the title of the budget. Look at the headings of the budget.
What was the heading that came to National Assembly?
There was nowhere it was.
So what was the heading for this in the National Assembly?
The heading in the National Assembly for this one, for procurement of necessary furniture, innovation and tools in the National Assembly. That's not the budget.
That's the necessary furniture.
That's not no. There will be explanation in every budget. There will be explanation. You know, everything cannot be written. Everything cannot be written. Okay. A budget is not a vocabulary.
Let's bring in our colleagues in Lagos.
Well, a budget is not a vocabulary.
Senator, just a quick one, if you can hear me. First of all, I'm wondering, when we began to categorize computers and electronics as furniture, because in responding to the issue of furnishing the other time, you said that furniture included computers and all those things. I think I've done a bit of broadcasting to have to try to find out whether or not that is. So a good number of people will be wondering how that is the case. And then when you also now say that it's the bureaucracy that is going to do these things. It's going to make all of the procurements and supply into the offices. But when the legislator is leaving office, the person is free to take them. How can the legislator take away the thing that he didn't purchase?
No, I didn't. My brother, I didn't say that. You have gotten me wrongly.
So please clarify.
Said if you are the one, hello?
Go ahead.
Are you hearing me?
Yeah.
Yes, you have heard me wrongly. I said for now, if those things are not be provided for you, and you have to buy your television set and a refrigerator and water dispenser, that you are free to take it away if you have your receipt. But the one that is bought by the bureaucracy, nobody can take it away. And I said and I reiterated that at times the media will say, oh, legislators are looting the National Assembly, that it is not so. That if you come to the National Assembly as a fresher, or not everybody is a fresher in every term, that if you are located in an office, and then there's nothing in that office to make you just to sit down and do meaningful work, that you can provide it by yourself. And when you provide it by yourself, then definitely it means that they are yours. But whatever is procured by the bureaucracy, anybody that takes it away is a thief. That one is a criminal, and the person will be charged accordingly.
Help me also now understand, Senator, just a second.
And again, the issue of, wait, the issue of furniture, when they say you want to furnish a place, what does it mean? Is it only chair and tables? Television sets, which are electronics, are part of it. So saying that electronics are they furniture? When you say you are furnishing, and when that furnishing is a verb, and then furniture is the noun. So when you are furnishing a place, do you furnish by only putting chairs and tables and go away? So if you put electronics like television, if you put something like fridge, if you put all those things there, are they not part of the furnishing? And then if they are part of the furnishing, then the compound noun for that furnishing is furniture.
Okay, well, help us also understand this. So when you say, in response to the question that my colleagues were asking you the other time, concerning whether or not a new a fresher is coming in, and the person, okay, those who are returning, are they also entitled to this new furniture or these allowances or whatever it is that they need to settle into office? You, for instance, and the number of your colleagues who are freshers, who are not freshers, who are returning legislators, what kind of arrangement was made for them? Did they also have to get fresh furniture, or they were able to use the ones that they had before?
Look, the operations of the National Assembly is this. You don't have a permanent office, even when either you are returning or you are not returning. If in an assembly you are room 1, the other assembly, if you return, you can be in room 10. So when you are in room 1, whatever is provided here by the bureaucracy, you cannot touch. But whatever is provided here by yourself, you can touch. So it doesn't mean that when you are coming in, because you are returning other reps, you are returning senator, that it means that you are not new. So it's only those people that are just coming in fresh that are new. I said that every term of the National Assembly is new.
Okay.
The next assembly.
Well, now, you know, it goes back to the civil society and other Nigerians. Just a second, Senator, to continue to query these things. But you know, that vexed issue of 100 million naira to each legislator, a good number of people will be wondering. Let's even assume, for instance, without conceding, that each senator and each member of the House of Representatives got 100 million naira each. Come on, Senator, that's just 46.9 billion. There's still a balance before it gets to 70 billion. So will they be out of place to make that assumption without proof from the National Assembly?
Now, I don't want to go to the legal dictum that EU alleges must prove. I don't want to go to that. Now let us go to contemporary proving. The contemporary proving is that, one, there is no 100 million naira anywhere for anybody, even 100 kobo for anybody. That is one. Number two is that when there is budget, are you now going to tell me that any budget that is going to the judiciary will be shared by the members of the judiciary? 1 naira, 2 naira each? Are you telling me that any budgetary allocation that is going to the executive, members of the executive will be sharing it 1 naira, 2 naira each? No. Now, why would that of legislature be very different? And I'm now saying, and I'm now telling you that yes, the masses of Nigeria, including myself, if some things are coming from quarters that are very unusual, I tend to believe it. But those people that are even banding it around, they are people that know better that it is not possible, that it is not true. Because I need to say one thing. Workers in the National Assembly, they are members of the NLC. The NLC, Iraqi can even call them, ask questions from them, that what is going on there. Then when they have an expose about what is going on there, especially 100 million naira, then they can just show it to Nigerians. That I'm saying that, look, we don't have to take anybody as scapegoat for whatever economic runs that the nation is suffering. We are in it together. All of us are in it together. And there's no way anybody in the National Assembly can ask for 10 kobo, because we know the time that we are in. We know we feel the heat too. There were even about 2 days ago, Many people they told me that they believe that we even get free fuel. The National Assembly members. I just marveled, I laughed, I shrugged, I nodded my head, and I just went away in amazement because I cannot even defend it. How on earth can that happen? A National Assembly member, legislator, for that matter, either reps or senator, does not have official driver. You pay a driver from your own salary when you employ drivers.
Senator Adaramodu, there'll be you have time to make more clarifications along the way. Just one or two clarifications before I move on to the main question. When you were clarifying the prayers you got in your bank accounts, or is it the vacation allowance that you got, were you saying 1 million or 2 million? Please be clear. What exactly was the leave bonus that you got in your bank account?
I can't hear you.
What exactly was the leave? What exactly is the amount of the leave bonus that you got in your bank account? Was it 1 million or 2 million?
My sister. Immediately this matter came up. Legislators, especially senators, they were posting their bank account and alert online of 2 million naira. It's not, they were posting it openly.
So the leave bonus is 2 million.
And some people even decided not to believe, and a leave bonus is once in a whole year.
So if what the clerk of the National Assembly posted to the bank accounts of senators was your legitimate leave bonus, why was the Senate President cautioned about making it a public knowledge?
Well, it is from public account, so it is already public. It should be public knowledge too. It is public account. So if the Senate President or the clerk of the House make it public, yes, it is public money. Then there's nothing wrong in that. But what I'm saying is this: even about that fact, some people did not even believe. They were saying something else. And so that is just it. So
if senators are entitled to 2 million naira leave bonus, how much then is your salary, and what's the leave bonus that House of Reps members are also entitled to?
Now, let me tell you something, my sister. Let me tell you something, my sister. In every office, even level 1 officer, they will say 150% of your annual salary is your leave bonus. In some places, they will say 100% is your leave bonus. You understand that? Then there are differentials about that. And now, in the Senate, in the House of Reps, or in the National Assembly generally, so when they give leave bonus is a pro rata thing. It's pro rata. And when you say pro rata, it is everyone having the same thing. So it might not be based on whether it is 50% of your salary, 2% of your salary, or 100% of your salary. So it depends on the yardstick that an establishment wants to use. So it is not the same
for
everywhere.
Senators, it's
the same way. For
senators, it's 150% of your annual salary, right?
I'm not saying that.
Can you give us the percentage?
I'm not saying that.
Can you give us the percentage?
I have not said that. I said it. I said it's a pro rata thing.
Can you give us the percentage?
There is no percentage in pro rata. When you say pro rata means as may be deemed fit by the management and leadership.
But
that is pro rata.
I'm sure Nigerians would have appreciated it if you are able to give us the pro rata so that they can go ahead and calculate. Yes, and calculate it in line with the spirit of accountability. But let's make progress, Senator Adaramodu. My colleague was asking you earlier.
My sister. When I said pro rata, Nigerians, through you as a media person, can go and do your investigation. Ask questions. Come to the National Assembly, go to the clerk, as you said, that the clerk opened it up and so on and so forth. Come here, come there. I am in charge of media. Come to me. There is FOI, Freedom of Information Law. So let us just find it out.
But this would have been a good platform, you know, to test the Freedom of Information law. This is part of investigation.
Yes, I've already given it to you.
Supply us
I've already given it to you.
But very quickly,
I've already supplied you.
Let's make progress.
I've already supplied you. I said it is pro rata.
Let's make progress. My colleague earlier was drawing your attention to how, you know, the furniture has been budgeted for in 2017. In 2019 as well. In 2017, furniture was budgeted for the National Assembly. In 2019 as well, 37 billion was budgeted for by the former administration for the renovation of the National Assembly. And now we also have 70 billion naira budgeted for furniture yet again for the 10th Assembly. How often are furnitures changed for members of the National Assembly?
Now, my sister, I want to ask a question from you. This year, 2023, there was a budget of several trillions for capital projects. With the situation of Nigeria, how much of that money has been released to the various MDAs to carry out those the fulfillment of the budget provision? It is according to the availability of funds. So if in 2017 they budgeted 30 billion, in 2018 they budgeted 20 billion. How much of the 20 billion naira of 2018 was released? How much? If they are budgeted to that point, I've not been in the assembly then. If they are budgeted to that point and they have bought all those things, will I come to office in 2019, June, and I will be buying my own fridge? Will I come to office in 2019 and be buying my own television set? No, it is not so. So how many of this money would have been released? Even the issue of the 70 billion naira we are talking about for renovation and furnishing and all and furnitures and everything like that we are talking about. We are now going to October. Are you going to tell me that within the next 2 months that the bureaucracy would have realized that amount? No, it is not so. So the issue is that every year you keep budgeting. You budget, that is an estimate. An estimate is that if there is availability of funds, this is what we are going to do. So it is according to how available funds are. That was how they dealt with the situation that 5, 10, 11 years back.
Okay, Senator, let's wind down with this. I see several people asking that they don't understand how you explain or say that 70 billion will be used to furnish National Assembly.
No,
and that
renovation is there.
And furnishing.
Yes.
But the renovation was already being, it's not being carried out by the FCDA.
FCDA?
The renovation.
Is
it National Assembly carrying out the renovation?
It is the shell. The shell will be carried out by the FCDA. The shell. That is the complex. Mm-hmm. The complex will be done by the FCDA. So do you? If it is the FCDA that is going to do furnishing, then are we going to bother ourselves?
Which other parts will the National Assembly do with this 70 billion for renovation?
Now, for example, when you come to the National Assembly and see for yourself and see how dirty.
So National Assembly will do renovation by themselves?
Not by the bureaucracy.
Not FCDA.
FCDA will do the shell. The shell. So we have the shell. Then we have the offices. Does
it mean that civil servants
we have the meeting rooms?
So the civil servants too.
We have the meeting rooms.
So with the civil servants in the National Assembly, do they change their furniture every year?
How can you change furniture every year?
Even though some senators told us that furnishing there is sold to some of them. But let me read this before we go. I have a message from David. He says he's a federal civil servant and he's been listening to you. He says about oversight functions not being funded by National Assembly. I believe that's why the MDAs that are to be investigated are twisted into funding the process. I know this because I work in the Treasury section of my MDA. The more funds you release to the committee, the better your chances of getting the records expunged. I'm not saying everything is right in my MDA, but that is what I've been seeing for several years now, and nothing has improved.
Oh well, like I said, one, that David who said so, that's his own MDA, and if his MDA has done that one, it means that MDA, you know how to clarify such an MDA. Because I am the chairman of committee while I was in the House of Representatives, and I'm the chairman of other committee now that I'm in the Senate. I've never experienced church, and I've never either officially or unofficially requested.
Are you going to do more oversight on this since they're saying
no? We are going to.
The facts.
We will. If he has facts,
but will
he should supply us.
But
so I
punish his MDA to come up.
No. I'm punishing the MDA. No.
But they will trust him now.
That's not possible.
How will he report his supervisor?
While you are on the path of righteousness, nobody can wish unto you successfully. That one is not possible. Nobody.
Okay, but they will, but not be successful.
No. Nobody can. No, you are talking about wish hunting. I said even if anybody wants to do so it cannot be. That person
we're
cannot
almost
be
out of time. And
so my take is that if they see anything like that, they should let us know.
Senator, we need to bring this aspect before you go, sir. We need to bring this before you go.
Here in Nigeria too, the National Assembly reps, when I was in the reps, that we were even investigating an MDA, and that just suddenly the MD of the MDA fainted. And after fainting, some people came from somewhere else to carry placard, don't kill our son.
While we look at this investigation, I need to put in this question.
Okay. And that was the end of the matter.
Senator Daramodu, please. Thank you. We've been on this budget thing for a long time, and we all know, it's in public space, that every year you go through the federal budget or whichever budgets they may be, you find issues of every year they're buying new computers, they're buying new stationery, new furniture in the offices every year, even down to clothes and uniforms. It's in the budget, and you know that because you've had to scrutinize this budget and give approvals for some of these things yourself. But let's leave that a bit and look at what's going on the other side. The subsidies were removed on petrol, and it's biting hard on the people. You're the chairman of the Senate Committee on Youth and Sports.
Yeah.
And you've been defending what money is coming to you or not coming to you. But the youth out there are in pain, and they are wondering, when would it get to us? When would we see these dividends of democracy? When our representatives are sitting down there, what's the plan for the youth?
Yes, thank you very much. I'm very grateful for that question, because those are the evil questions. Those are the scenarios that I expect either the labor unions to bring up. Let just do advocacy. Just make sure that you put our feet down on some issues that can promote development in Nigeria. And then the youth thing. This is the first time, especially that I know in the history of Nigeria, that a government is very dead serious in making sure that the youth are brought into the mainstream of development in Nigeria. Now, we have about 6 or 7 ministries that are youth-based now. The Ministry of Youth Development as the capital of it, the Ministry of Sports, because it is the youths that are engaged in sports. You won't find an 80-year-old man doing high jump. You won't find an 80-year-old man doing marathon race. So then you go to
we'll find them leading the ministries.
Look, that is mentoring. Mentoring is not about age. You will not tell me that. You will not tell me that when you want to shatter a coach for under 16, that the coach must be under 16 years of age. So that's about that. Then we have digital economy and innovation. We have the Ministry of Culture. We have the Tourism and Entertainment Economy. All these are youth-based ministries. And I'm very sure that Nigerian youth, they are ever very, very mentally mobile. And I'm very sure they are going to make use of it. And this time around, there is going to be a great lot of new narratives.
All right, we'll look out for that.
Especially from our own committee.
But we know if the youths don't get what they deserve, they will agitate. So that's for sure.
They will.
So no missing words about that one.
There is a conscious effort now to bring them into the mainstream.
Okay.
And then that one,
we have to thank you.
Nothing will tamper with it.
We have to thank you for coming on, Senator Yemi Adaramodu, Chairman, Senate Committee on Media, also Chairman, Senate Committee on Youth and Sport.